Shout out to Sports Scene and Adidas for having me on the Soul Woman show today. My name is Bliqees Baker and I'll be talking about who I am, where I come from, and all about my sneaker collection. People always struggle to pronounce my name, but it's like a Bill and Keys, then you get Bliqees. So I am born and bred in the mother city, Cape Town, 24 years young. I'm recently married. Too much of everyone's very surprised that I'm married, but I'm also Muslim. So that's going to explain why I'm married, because in my culture, we tend to get married quite young. So I think I was actually old when I got married, being 23, but I'm not having babies anytime soon. I'm also really passionate about health and fitness. So my whole Instagram and kind of influencer personality developed around me sharing my health and fitness journey, which actually started from me getting a brain bleed. So I studied to be an accountant, a chartered accountant, which I'm still doing my articles for. But in my undergrad years at UCT, third year came and I was so stressed with exams and stuff, and I tend to put a lot of pressure on myself. So I developed this brain bleed, and it started with a migraine that was 18 days long, and I was in and out of the ER, and they told me, no, just take some Myprodol, you'll be fine. Anyway, long story short, my mom rushed me to the ER the one morning, 4 a.m. She's like, listen here, my daughter's getting an MRI, something is wrong with her, this has been going on now for too long. So they admit me, do an MRI, and they tell me, you know what, Bliqees, you're not imagining things, you have a brain bleed. Obviously, I threw up everywhere because I'm like, what the hell? I think I'm going to faint. I have a brain bleed. What does that even mean? Then they're take it to the ICU. And I was like, what? No. So, I was in hospital for about 8 days over New Year's Eve, which really sucked. And I couldn't go onto my phone, couldn't read, couldn't do anything because I had to rest my brain. Did all these tests and they were like, no, it's stress induced. So after all of that, my dad, who's a semi-pro mountain biker, told me, you know what, Bliqees, you need to manage your stress. So you need to start living a healthier lifestyle and start exercising. And so I started exercising. And I spoke to my sister, who's also quite a big influencer, and I told her, why is everyone that's in the fitness space a skinny, girl, light-skinned, with a six-pack, and just perfect? And she's telling you, love yourself, you're amazing. And I'm like, no, but obviously you're telling me to love yourself because you look perfect. There's no real girl, no one I could relate to. And then my sister told me, why don't you be that girl? Just start sharing your journey online. Be that real girl, be the normal girl. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I started just sharing what I do online and being really organic about it, really authentic. And then, I grew into this influencer, one would say. So that's where the influencer side comes up, and that's what I do in my spare time. And then my 9 to 5 is I work for UCT as an academic trainee, which is the first year of my articles in academia to be a chartered accountant. And I lecture tax. So I work predominantly on Taxation 1 and a little bit on Taxation 2 for the College of Accounting. And I'm studying part-time to do my master's, my professional master's in commercial law. And I'm taking some tax law subjects. So I'm really passionate about tax law. And the reason why I actually started going into the academic space was through my undergrad and postgrad. I was tutoring, and then I was really passionate about helping students and them coming to me and be like, you know what, Bliqees, you explained this to me and I understood this so well. And that kind of gave me this high, almost an endorphin rush as well. And then I was like, no, I really want to actually get into the tutoring space and the lecturing space. And I've been loving it so far, even with COVID, ruining my vibe. I have to sit on a webcam and talk to students, but it's still been really fun to engage with them and help them through their academic journey. So growing up, my parents made us very aware of money and the value of money and how we have to be so appreciative of everything that we get. So our dinner conversations would be around what's going on in the business world, in the economy, what happened in his day-to-day business, what problems did he have to troubleshoot, so all those kind of things. And when we went to the shops, we would see him pay for the groceries, we would know how much everything cost, how he had to work for every rand that he spent. So we were made very conscious about money. And I think through that, I found a love for money, because I was so interested in how you trade and you earn money and you can build money, and then money can buy you things. So from a little girl, I used to take everyone's clothes and I used to put it into plastic packets and then like tie it up. And I used to sell them, and I used to go 2 rand a bag, 2 rand a bag, because I used to go to the parade and the people used to go 2 rand a bag, 2 rand a bag, because I was like, listen here, this is a great way to make money. And then I used to sell my family their clothes, but they couldn't look what was inside the bag, so they had to buy like multiple bags to find what they need. And then that's how I made money, So I was a young hustler back in the day, and I would always have these little side businesses, like this makeup business at school or stationery business. That was my favorite business. So I would pay like 2 rand for an exam pad and then go to school and sell it for 10 rand to the kids. So I'd take stationery orders and be like, Mom, we have to go to Osmond's, like I need to meet my clients, need stationery, and then go to school and sell it to them. So yeah, so I always was that way inclined. So for me, I think definitely aren't those 4 letters, the CASA, Bliqees Baker CASA, that's like the short-term goal now. But I think beyond that, I would definitely want to work for my family business and kind of build on the legacy that my parents have worked hard to get, because obviously they've come from absolutely nothing to have what they have today. And me being so privileged to have the opportunity to have great education, tertiary education, I would like to use that to kind of elevate their business. So that's something I see myself in. And then I would probably want to also be the financial director of my sister's company, which is Baked Online. So she launched a clothing line now. So I would definitely want to, go in and take Baked Media and Baked Clothing to another level and work on the finance side for her business. So definitely keep it in the family and keep it in Cape Town, because I love Cape Town. Like, people always have such negative things to say about South Africa and we like where we're going, our economy is so bad, the politics is so bad. But I don't think I'll ever want to leave Cape Town. Like, this is where I want to stay and I want to build, because I believe in my country and I believe in what my family has kind of built here. So yeah, definitely carry that through. So my sneaker journey began, actually, you know what? I wanted to say when I got married to my husband, or started dating him when he was my boyfriend. But actually thinking back, I was in grade 7 in Knysna for the Knysna Half Marathon Oyster Festival situation. And I was with my mom, and it was actually sports scene. So they were having a massive sale in the Knysna Mall. So we went to the sports scene sale, and we saw these Adidas, I think it's called Superstars. I think it's that one, yeah. And there was neon little drawings on them. And my mom was like, oh my word, Bliqees, you need these shoes. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to wear like shoes with neon drawings. She's like, no, these are so cool. You have to have them. So I was like, okay. So then she bought me that, and I actually recently gave it to my mother-in-law. Oh, if you're watching this. But I gave it to my mother-in-law because I was like, I still had them to this day. And then I was like, no, I actually only wore them like 3 times because they had all these little neon drawings on them. But, looking back, my mom was actually so ahead of her time, because then, like a few years later, neon became this in thing. And I was like, look at this lady, she still got it. So then, yeah, that was actually my first pair. But I think when I became, it's like the sneaker culture, was when I started dating my husband, and he's super into sneakers. So he would then rope me into these sneaker drops, and then I have to like wake up early, drive around to this shop, then to this shop, then I must be online with the raffles. Like, it was just exhausting, but that was my weekends. And obviously I love the guys, so I was gonna do it. But then, to make it all worthwhile, he would start buying me sneakers. So obviously he started loving it even more because I could wear the things. Definitely the lifestyle, the Yeezys. So yeah, the Yeezys are super comfortable. I mean, I would gym in them if I had like the money. When you realize how much you're paying for them, you're like, listen here, they must treat them like gold. So I'm like, with my sneaker lab care products, like, yeah, but Definitely the lifestyle, because it's the most comfy. The boosts are really nice to gym in. I do gym in Adidas Boosts. The running shoes for me, I've struggled because I'm a pronator, so I need to actually find the right running shoe for me still. So if I run more than 5Ks, then I start to feel it in my ankles. But I also don't know if that's just a problem with my hip alignment or you know what. But yeah, I need to find the right running shoe still. So these are the Yeezy 700s. So these ones actually have a cool story around them, which I almost forgot, and Wasim had to remind me. Wasim's my husband. Hey, what's the story with the 700s, the Yeezy 700s?
What do you mean? I brought it for you, man.
Oh, was that the 700s? I thought that was the 500s.
No, when I brought it for you and you almost cried.
Did I? What? I almost cried, or you cried?
Yeah. Okay, if you don't remember, then let's not talk about it. Don't talk.
No, I literally told the story because I thought it was the 500s.
You a joke.
Oh, wait. Are these the 5K shoes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, we'll just retell the story.
You a joke, really.
That's where you should be here. Where did you disappear to? You see, I need you
I
live.
need to eat.
Okay, love you. Bye. And so these ones, Wasim bought them. They're really expensive, firstly. So I was saving up for them. And then Wasim came to my house and he brought me this box. And I thought, you know what? You're probably going to show me your sneakers, because that's what he always does. And then I opened the box and I saw these little guys and I was like, they're quite small. And when I looked at him and I was like, what? And then he was like, they're for you. And then I almost cried because I was like, oh my God. Like I was saved up for these. It was so cute. And now these are the ones I actually wear the most because they're black. And they're so versatile. They go with every outfit that I wear, and it instantly just lifts up my outfit. So, I mean, I can just be wearing leggings and a baggy t-shirt and then put these guys on and I look super cool. So that's why I love these. And then another favorite of mine is the 500s. So these I won at a raffle. And this is the first pair that I got. So this pair Wasim also paid for. But so this one was a surprise. This one I knew about. And these go with everything as well. As you can see, they're quite ruined because I really do wear them. But yeah, I love these, super comfy. And then not Yeezy related, but these Falcons. So this I got on sale at Adidas, and these are also really, really comfortable. So, I mean, the dad sneaker trend kind of came in about, 2 years ago, where like everyone was wearing these chunky sneakers, and I really liked this one because it was fun with a little bit of colorful detail, but it was also really classic that it could go with any outfit, and it looks really cute with like a skirt because it's girly but still chunky, if that makes sense. So I really love these Falcons as well. Okay. My thoughts on it is that it's very male dominated. That's the first thing. If you're female coming into it, the males just like, they judge you, and you know what the worst part is? They will go and get all the girl shoes and then resell them at exorbitant prices. So that's really annoying and frustrating, especially when it's a girl sneaker drop in girl sizes and the guys are all there getting all the shoes. So that's really annoying. And it's also really hard for a girl to then buy a resale pair because the guys they won't bargain with you because they think you don't know what you're talking about. So they're like, no, you have to pay this price, which is really hard. But what actually happened now is that there's a little sneaker WhatsApp group of girls, and then we talk about like, oh, this drop is happening, or we sell to each other at reasonable prices, not at these exorbitant prices. So people like the most they'll add on is like a 500 rand, which is actually really good for resale. So yeah, that's been nice to see. I actually learned about during Black Lives Matter. It was like cool to learn about, or to be reminded actually about how sneaker culture originated within Black culture in America. So like relating it back to that. And I think that's why colored people also identify with sneakers, because colored people actually emulate a lot of Black American culture, if you like look at it. So yeah, just like going to the roots of where sneakers originated and appreciating that is really cool. Okay, so if you're a young woman trying to break into accounting or finance, you're amazing, firstly, because it's such a male-dominated industry, and I think we need more of us in it. I think you need to stay really strong and be really confident in what you have to say. I think lots of women tend to feel inferior, and then they just, kind of like or go off in a little corner. But I think you need to take up space, and you need to be that dominating character in your team and go for those major roles, like be the managers on the project. Don't feel that you need to be just a team member. So definitely be domineering and be confident in your space and with what you know. Just less hype around certain sneakers. I think it shouldn't be you want a sneaker because it's a hype shoe. Like, I hate that concept. Like, oh, this is a hype Yeezy, so everyone's going to want it, so now I need to have it. Like, you need to want something if you love it. It's like, for me, like, I loved, okay, I can't take them out now because it's in the boxes, but I loved this pair of Yeezys, which is called the Alva. And I was like, oh, I really want to get that pair. And everyone told me, oh, it's so ugly. It looks like Crocs meets like an alien shoe. Like, it just doesn't look cool. But I was like, oh, I'm into that look. So I want it because it's for me, My advice for people wanting to, I think, get into the sneaker game or buy sneakers is to just fact check. So always know who you're buying from and ask questions. So if you're buying from a reseller, ask someone, like, have you bought from them before? Do your research, because there's lots of people actually selling off fake sneakers, and you don't want to be scammed off of your money, your hard-earned money, buying fake sneakers. So definitely fact check or buy from a registered sneaker seller that it's a sports scene, they're going to sell you legit sneakers, or Addy store, they're going to have the right thing. So that's very important. And also be wary of buying fake shoes. So I think lots of people just, again, fall prey into buying the hype shoes. So now you're going to buy the fake version because you want to be quiet, as my husband would say. You want to be cool, So I think rather ask yourself, why am I buying the shoe? Like, do I like it, or do I want to be cool? And you need to buy it because you want it. You want that shoe and you believe in the brand. If you're going to buy fake shoes, you're not going to get all the goodness of it. So your feet are going to be effed in the end of the day because you're wearing bad quality shoes. So there's a reason why you buy the legit product, because you're getting all the goodness that goes into manufacturing that shoe. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Soul Woman. Check out Sports Scene's page for the up-and-coming episodes, or watch the previous episodes of other dope women in the sneaker industry.